Hello everyone. I am making this video today because every single time I tell a loved one or a client to do a forgiveness exercise or to forgive someone, they immediately construe it as meaning that I am asking them to approve of what they consider has been a wrongdoing. And because forgiveness has nothing to do with the rightness or wrongness of the action, I decided that I would make this video to clarify this. When we forgive something, we are in no way giving a message to the other person that what they have done or said is correct. We are not condoning what they might have done. We are not going against our own value system. Forgiveness is, in fact, not about the other person at all. Forgiveness is an exercise that is done by us for us. Yes, indirectly, it would involve the other person's actions or inactions, but that is as far as it goes where the other person is involved. Forgiveness is about ourselves. When we begin a forgiveness exercise, we begin to release ourselves from an emotional prison. When we have been wronged by someone, because of the hurt that we feel and the anger that we might experience, we close ourselves into an emotional prison. Till as long as we can release that hurt, till as long as we can transmute that anger into an energy that is positive and uplifting for ourselves, we shall remain caught in that emotional prison. In order to free ourselves from that emotional prison, we have to undertake the exercise of forgiveness. To forgive someone is to tell them, I recognize that I have been wronged by you, by your actions, or by your words. Even as I recognize that I have been wronged, I choose now to release myself from the emotional prison of hurt, pain, anger, bitterness, and resentment. I choose to live my life on my terms. I choose to bring back into my life self-esteem and self-worth because I know I deserve this. This is, in fact, what you are saying when you begin a forgiveness exercise. You release yourself from the emotional prison. You are not condoning a wrong action. You are not giving the other person an opportunity to hurt you again. In fact, once you have completed a forgiveness exercise, you then begin to set your own boundaries. This is what forgiveness really means. So, how will you go about this kind of forgiveness exercise that results in bringing back self-esteem, self-care, and self-nurturance? Well, I can suggest a way that has worked for me and for many with whom I have shared this method. Start by visualizing an empty chair in front of you. If you want, you can actually place an empty chair in front of you because it might help you to do the forgiveness exercise with greater depth. On that empty chair, you visually place the other person, the person who you believe has caused you wrong. You look into the eyes and soul of the other person, and you visualize that you are holding the hands of the other person while you look into their soul, and you say these words: I recognize that I have been hurt, betrayed, cheated, whatever might be the situation. I recognize that I have been hurt by your words and by your actions. I recognize that this hurt has bound me in an emotional prison. I choose from this moment onwards to free myself from this emotional prison. I do this by letting you go and by freeing myself from the energies of your words and your actions. I let you go. I liberate myself. I forgive you. Once you have finished this, you bow in gratitude to the energies of the person, because the energies have helped you to release yourself. Once you have bowed in gratitude, you release the energies of that person, and now the chair is empty again. In that empty chair, you visualize yourself as being seated there. You lovingly hold your own hands. You look into the eyes of your soul and you say these words: I love you. I am sorry for the hurt that has been caused to you. Please forgive me for having bound you in an emotional prison. Thank you for joining me today in this forgiveness and self-liberation exercise. I love you. You can end this forgiveness exercise by giving yourself a deep physical hug. When you do this every day, and yes, this exercise has to be done daily, you liberate yourself from the emotional prison. You liberate yourself from the energy of someone else's words and actions. No one else must have the ability to make you feel small, to take away and rob you of your self-esteem, to make you feel undervalued and dishonored. You must not give anyone that right over you. When you do the forgiveness, you reclaim your own right to your happiness. You liberate yourself from the energy clutches of another. And this is what true forgiveness is. Do this exercise every day till as long as you feel completely light, you feel unburdened, and you feel a sense of new positivity, a sense of upliftment that comes into your life. But do this exercise every day till you reach that moment. Remember, the longer you have remained in that emotional prison, naturally the longer must be the time that it will take you to free yourself. So be patient. Give yourself all the time that it takes. Why? Because you are worth it.